Hi everyone, I'm Ian Harvey, massage therapist, and today I'd like to talk about self-massage for singers, specifically for singers who struggle with tightness. Either after effects of a long day of singing, you've got tightness here, or while you're trying to hit certain notes, you feel like you're fighting against something happening right here. You might be wondering, Ian, how can we know what muscles to work with? Well, we're not going to work with any specific muscle. We're going to be working from a myofascial perspective, meaning we're going to be interested in this entire sheet of connective tissue and all of the muscles that are embedded in it. By working with the fascia, we can work deeply with all of these hyoid muscles and the extrinsic laryngeal muscles. In order to do myofascial release, we're going to take the skin for a ride. So you're going to engage with the surface of your own skin, you're going to give it a little bit of traction very gently, and then we'll wait. The main tool that we're going to be using today are the backs of your fingers. So just past your door knocking knuckles here, you're going to find some nice flat surfaces on the backs of your fingers. We're going to use that to grab skin. And where we're going to grab is right along this track. So where this big ropey muscle is on the front of your neck, it starts below your ear, goes all the way down to your sternum. This is called your sternocleidomastoid. You don't need to know that. We're going to use these broad surfaces and make contact below the ears and then drag down. We're going down toward the feet. We're not pressing in toward the neck. Maybe there's a little pressure in, but mostly down. On this side, that looks like this. Repeat on the other side. And allow gravity to do most of this work. We're now dragging down toward the feet, very gently, probably 2 or 3 pounds of pressure. It might feel like you're not moving, but you are, just very slowly. So we're putting this fascia under traction. And then what you can do to intensify this, what you can do to make this connect with your singing is to sing. So try some of your favorite vocal warm-up exercises. And I'm just going to screw around. Zinga, 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 zinga. And don't feel like you need to hold your head immobile here. Allow your head to move as it normally would while you're singing. Zinga, zinga, zinga. Sorry, I'm having fun. And continue breathing easily and deeply. And as your hands travel, notice how the travel happens a little more quickly when you move your head and when you sing. That's creating some movement under the surfaces of your fingers. But overall, this should take a good 2 or 3 minutes. So it's a good addition to those warm-ups. And eventually, we're going to make it down to where these muscles insert on the sternum. So keep that pressure right where it is. We're still moving that skin down toward our feet. And now I'd like you to do some gentle up and down movements of your head. I'd like you to gently nod yes. Don't use much range of motion at all. And just feel that gentle stretch through the front of your neck. And we're going to release this as gently as we started, so just float on out. The second move is going to use your fingertips. You could use these dorsal portions of your fingers as well, but I like the fingertips for this because this is a smaller space. This time we're traveling closer to the trachea, so closer to this big thyroid cartilage. We're going to either side of this. This is where you could feel a pulse if you pressed back like this. But if you feel a pulse, that means that you are applying too much pressure toward your own neck. We're still moving downwards. So find a comfortable place at the base of your jaw. We are on either side of the Adam's apple, and we're moving down. If this is uncomfortable at all, try moving out laterally just a bit more. If it's still uncomfortable, try using less pressure and going slower. And if you can't find a comfy spot for this, then just do that first one. It's fine. So find a nice place for your thumb pads and your finger pads. And again, just a little bit of singing. We're moving down toward the feet. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. And we're going to once again make it all the way down to the sternum. You just allow that to happen. Continue as far down as you'd like. And once we reach that point here, let's do some gentle chin retractions. So chin tucks. Bring the entire head back as if you were tucking your chin into your chest. Repeat gently. If you feel a very gentle stretch on the front of your neck, you're doing it right. Repeat about 5 or 6 times and float on out. Now, feel how your neck feels. Feel if your throat has different sensations. I'm hoping it feels a little bit more free. I'm hoping that the next time you sing, you'll feel a little bit less of that reflexive pullback. And what we're doing here isn't changing the structure of your muscles or of your fascia. What we're doing is we're sending a strong signal to the nervous system that it's okay for these muscles to relax while your singing is active. And we are bringing your attention to these muscles. So hopefully, if you were to do this once a day during a warm-up, maybe in your car or just after your shower when everything's nice and warm, by doing this once per day, you're bringing the spotlight of your attention to these muscles and how much tension lives there. And over time, that tension can decrease both while you're singing and all the time. So singers, this is kind of an experimental video. I've only taken a couple of semesters of voice. I'm mostly a hobbyist, as you can tell from my singing abilities. But I'm interested in what you experience when you do these techniques. I'm a hobbyist singer, but I've been doing massage for 15 years, so I have every reason to believe that these will be useful. Let me know down in the comments. Let me know if there's anything that you like to do as far as self-massage goes for your singing voice or your posture. If you'd like to see some nice jaw work, which can be very relevant, click up in the corner there. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.